10 Things We'll Miss Most About Victory Motorcycles. Last week came the announcement that Victory Motorcycles was being shut down, but Victory's death knell actually tolled in early 2011 following the announcement Polaris Industries had acquired Indian. All the goodwill in the world to keep Victory afloat is no match for bottom-line data, and in just a few short years the Indian brand has eclipsed Victory in growth, profit potential, consumer popularity, and overall coolness. All things Victory on motorcycle.com. 10. Future-forward styling. As motorcyclists, we all feel some pang of compassion for a fallen OEM, especially one of the few which comprise the small made-in-the-USA circle of motorcycle manufacturers. Don't be surprised, however, when the hipster crowd, or whatever identifying title they use, discovers the abandoned brand 20 years from now and rejuvenates Victory from boat anchor to counterculture custom star. No, that wasn't a joke referring to Yamaha's recently deceased cruiser brand. 9. Harley-Davidson's only domestic rival. Victory never put a big enough dent in Harley's market share to make the bar and shield folk nervous, but some of Victory's models were good enough to win occasional shootouts against similar HD models. In our 2014 Big Gun Blowout, Victory's gunners sank Harley-Davidson's FXSP breakout. 8. Rear suspension travel on the cruiser. Chasing ultimate low seat height has boxed Harley-Davidson into a situation of minimizing rear suspension travel to achieve the desired result. Victory, on the other hand, engineered 3 inches or more of rear wheel travel into its models, even its price-leading Vegas 8-ball. The comparatively extra suspension travel always gave Victory an edge when it came to comfort and handling performance. 7. Good brakes. Victory motorcycles always have outstanding brakes that aren't tuned to feel like a handful of mashed potatoes, we said in our review of the 2005 Victory Hammer. Many Victories were fitted with Brembo calipers, which gave them an advantage over other cruiser brakes, and in later years Victory manufactured calipers also proved to be quality items with strong stopping power. Victory's single-disc front brake arrangements weren't quite as stellar as the Hammer's twin front disc setup, but they generally tended to outperform other cruiser brakes when battling in a shootout, forcing HD to up its braking game by incorporating Brembos on some of its recent models. 6. Ness name dropping. It was a big deal when in 2004 Arlen Ness lent his name to a signature series version of the new Vegas model, followed by his son Corey and grandson Zach, Ness Cafe pictured above. From our 2014 Victory Ness Cross Country Limited review, since Arlen Ness first applied his signature touches to a Vegas in 2004, the first family of fabrication has collaborated with Victory on a Ness signature series each year. Corey soon followed his dad's lead, and it wasn't long before Corey's son Zach got the itch and started contributing his distinctive vision to the line. For the last few model years, each Ness has customized a limited edition Victory as part of the series, with sexy results. 5. JB's workation. When John Burns returned to the Mofold as a full-time staffer a couple years ago, he did it in auspicious fashion by somehow finagling to be out of the office for 3 of the 4 weeks that comprise a month. I miss that 3-week vacay I managed to sneak in a couple years ago on that CC tour, damn it, says John. You can read all about JB's misadventures here. 4. You meet the nicest people working for Victory. Last summer Motorcycle.com Group's editorial director Sean Alexander, Missouri senior editor John Burns, and Dirtbikes.com editor-in-chief Scott Russo spent a week in America's Midwest touring the Polaris factory, HD Museum, and Springfield Armory. Polaris Industries plant manager Jesse Barthol, Middle, took us on an extensive tour of Polaris' Osceola engine assembly plant, introducing us to a lot of neat folks inside the place, like Phil Wallander, plaid shirt, who built the very first Indian engine after Polaris bought the brand in 2009, pinned Russo in our American Iron Road tour story. For Indian, there's no more sharing production lines with Victory. 3. What could have been? The industry was all in a tizzy about Victory's Project 156 Pikes Peak Racer when it debuted mid-2015. We have an intense focus at Victory Motorcycles to prove the performance of our vehicles, said Rod Gross, Victory General Manager, at the bike's official unveiling. 2. The gamble. The hardest thing now is figuring out which model will be demanding a princely sum in 20 years. It's not so apparent now, but there's a Vincent Black shadow hiding in Victory's 18-year portfolio of motorcycle models. For us, we're betting on the octane pictured above. Bursey says it best in his recent column What's in a Name? I was doing a little research for an upcoming bobber comparison test, and realized the Victory Octane is a deal at $10,499. The less powerful Indian Scout is $800 more. An Octane with a going out of business discount tacked on could be a screaming deal, and when you're old you'll be able to explain to the kids how it's really an Indian. 1. Misnomer. Naming a new anything is difficult, but, considering the current circumstances, the Victory name is now poised to be the greatest misnomer in American motorcycling history. We stated our case in number 3 on this list for what we hoped would have been done to keep Victory relevant, possibly victorious, but we're just a bunch of motojournos with no understanding of how money works, so we are forced to bid Victory a surrendering farewell.